what is important to me, and what's really one of the things that's so important to me is that people love what they do, that if they're going to have a business, that they actually love it and they're actually able to make money at it and they're not struggling, financial or otherwise. And I really saw like these people need to get good at marketing and sales, and who better to learn it than from me. Hi everyone, I wanted to include an update in this video that is going out to my Leap newsletter. Thank you guys for watching. And I haven't sent much out during COVID, just here and there, but it has been a deeply reflective time for me about my business. I've been coaching now full-time for 9 years after spending so many years in and around the architecture and design community here in Houston, and just kind of have made my way through coaching, made my business, but really used COVID as a time to reflect on not only my own business and my own coaching practice, but on the state of my industry, on the state also of people flocking from corporate America to start their own businesses. And I could see that, while some people just hit the ground running with their businesses, other people would really struggle. In my own industry and coaching, very few people get up and running quickly, and by quickly I mean within a year or two. It takes them a while. So I really started looking at that, and I started thinking about why, at the same time I was really looking at my own business and going like, really, what direction do I want to go? I could see that it was going to help me to further niche down and pick an ideal client. I've coached a lot of different types of people over the years and have loved that. But just really decided for myself, I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but I didn't. But I really just decided, with my background in design and sales management, running the sales team for my old company, helping grow that company from 15 million to 40 million in a pretty short period of time, I could see that then my coaching clients often benefited from that expertise that I had. But I never really marketed myself as a sales and marketing coach or someone even who helped people grow revenue, although I did that by and large for many of the individuals and companies I help. So I decided to market myself much more directly towards that, which I think is great for my business. And I love just teaching sales and marketing to people, right? But going back to my own industry, and even just the industry of solopreneurs or the industry of micro businesses, people who have fewer, 6 or fewer employees and are probably somewhere under $2 million in turnover a year. I looked at that, and again, a lot of times people are leaving fat paychecks from corporate to come and go work for themselves, and they thought that they'd have a lot of freedom in doing that, but often found they were burned out. And I like what they left in terms of their job for freedom ended up being more like an anchor around their neck. And so I really looked at that, and I kind of thought, well, why is that? And what I started to see was that so many people coming from corporate or a job to go and work for themselves, they didn't have expertise in sales and marketing, and they didn't really have much experience with sales and marketing. So neither of those things, neither sales and marketing expertise or experience. So I saw that was problematic, because the truth is, any of us who are going out to work for ourselves or have our own like micro business, again, 6 people or smaller, there's no one selling your services but you. There's no one marketing your services but you either, right? If you even have 6 people, you're probably still the main salesperson. You're probably still the main person who has to figure out the marketing content and the schedule and all that sort of thing. And truthfully, a lot of people flock to these things, and they're really good at what they do. Lots of coaches and consultants and people providing all sorts of professional services, bookkeeping, accounting, attorneys, lots of professional services, or they might be doing really unique products, but they don't have a background or expertise in sales and marketing. So I started to look at that and saw like I have a real heart for people leaving corporate America and working for themselves, right? Because I did it and I know how tough it can be. I know how you just have to really depend on yourself. And I know that it can be hard. And I know that without a sales and marketing background, I would have failed. Like I really would have. So while I'm with my enterprise clients, which my enterprise clients are the ones that usually are at a turnover of $1 million or $2 million. They're usually somewhere, between trying to grow to somewhere between $5 and $10 million. They have more employees. They might have a sales and marketing function, but I'm working with those functions and really helping them generate revenue. My clients tend to, over time, 2 to 3x revenue by working with me. So I thought, well, what could I do with solopreneurs and micro businesses that just would add something really fresh to my business? And I had actually had this pull to help solopreneurs like 2 or 3 years ago, helping them with sales and marketing a couple of years ago, but I wasn't calling myself a sales and marketing coach at that point, so it didn't really quite fit, but I had this gut feel that that's what I needed to be doing. And I ignored it for a lot of reasons. Again, it's not how I thought of myself. I just didn't want to be that sales and marketing girl and all kinds of things. But I just really saw through all that through COVID, through having that time to reflect, having that time to just really think about what I want in life and what is important to me. And what's really one of the things that's so important to me is that people love what they do, that they're going to have a business that they actually love it and they're actually able to make money at it and they're not struggling financial or otherwise. And I really saw like these people need to get good at marketing and sales, and who better to learn it from me, right? So I have launched a number of different things. Again, really working with my enterprise businesses, the bigger ones that I've always worked with, that a lot of you guys, that's how I know you. Still working with them, really going directly at marketing and sales, helping people generate revenue in this really tough time. And I've also launched some programs for solopreneurs and for micro businesses, and they're typically done in groups, so they're not as expensive as my enterprise coaching, which it's an investment no matter how you look at it. But I have launched that through, in particular, a Facebook group. If you look down at the bottom of the newsletter, there's actually a link where you can join that Facebook group, and it's called The Energetics of Money and Sales. So if you're someone who is a solopreneur or you already have a small business, maybe it's, again, like 6, maybe 10 of you max, there's lots of things that I discuss and share in the group absolutely for free that help with sales and marketing. And then there are opportunities within that group to join my paid mastermind. So that's one way to keep in touch. Secondly, I'm launching a YouTube channel next week it's on July 29th. It's a Wednesday. And on there, I am just, again, going to talk about sales and marketing made simple for solopreneurs and micro businesses, because I really want to get the word out, share as much as I can, that sort of thing. And as always, if you are a bigger business in the professional services industry in particular, and you're struggling, wondering, how you're going to get through this time, and how are you going to get revenue, and how are you going to lead your people through this, I can absolutely still help you with that as well. And there's actually a link below just to schedule a conversation with me for that as well. So I just wanted to use this video update as just a time to connect with you guys and say, like, I think about my audience all the time. I actually look at my list. I know so many people on my list. Like, I actually can picture them, because I've kept my list kind of small, but I just know you guys and think about people and think about, gosh, wonder what they're doing. And just wanted to provide this update for that reason. And I hope everyone's doing fine. I would love it if you'd drop me a line and let me know how you're doing. Thanks so much, and I'll be back soon. Again, my message is going to be more towards sales and marketing, so I'm hoping that's something that absolutely interests you. So look for those coming soon. Thanks.